What's up guys, I'm here with the MoezVlog. He's going to eat like shish kebab for the first time.
Yeah.
First time? It's freaking good, man. So look at this oven right here. You can see the meat right there. It's sick, man. What do you think? What are you expecting?
Delicious meal.
Delicious meal? A delicious meal. I am picking the falafel. As I said, I'm a vegetarian, but that's also sick in this place. It's called the Royal Dono in Bergen Centrum. So it's a good, nice place, man. Look at this crazy oven. I think the food is inside there. Seriously, man. It's going inside, on top of it. Alright, it's like that. It's going to go on top of that. So, of course, thank you guys for tuning in today also. And this is the guy I have the challenge with. It's 90 days. So he's going to lose 45k today, 5,000 grand, because he's not going to post a video today. Crazy huge falafel kebab. Looking forward to eat it. And it's a large falafel. It's a lot of food. What the fuck are you doing, man? But in this vlog, you're going to see me have a little story time. A story time just about myself and who the fuck I am. From when I come to Norway and up till now. So stay tuned to get to know me a little better. But right now, I'm going to dig into this feast. Goddamn, man. Look at this man.
Wow.
Look at this dude. Jag tror det är hummus. What do you think, Moez?
Wow.
That's good?
Yeah.
Hello guys. What happened right now? I got back from the restaurant, Royal Dono in Bergen. As you can see, the good food we were eating, it was a feast. And I have done some work regarding DUI and set up some meetings for tomorrow with the social media agency. The thing is, right now, in this vlog, I wanted to just take a step back and just talk with you guys a little bit about who I am. Just talk about a little bit so you can understand and relate of who are Patrik Tibor Fredriksen and why are he doing the things he's doing. And so you can get to know my background and see that I'm a shit kid and prove that really anybody can set their mind to try to achieve something big in their life. Because my life was truly not a walk in the park. So I want to take a deep dive into that subject today, so you guys can relate even more to who I am and how I'm thinking in the videos coming forward. Because I'm going to make this video for at least 90 days and then do it maybe for many years forward, but then maybe not every single day, but maybe like 5 days in a row, and then it's one break and then we go on again, because it's a lot of shit, other things to do. But right now we have an experiment and see who can post the most and see how far consistency can get you on this platform, which is YouTube. But to dive right into it, thank you guys for tuning in today also, as I said. And this is the story about me. My dog is a Jack Russell. As you can see, it's beautiful. Leo. So then we're going to jump into the story about Patrik Tibor Fredriksen. So guys, for the first 2.5 years of my life, I was living in Hungary. I was adopted at 2.5 years old and come to Norway with my parents and lived in Sotra, Strømme, Arefjord in Norway. For the first time I was in a cold country, so I think that was pretty shocking to my body. But at the age of 2.5, I was speaking fluent Hungarian and learned Norwegian within the first 6 months being in Norway. So I was a very talkable guy. I had a lot of energy as a kid. So you can imagine when I learned to speak Norwegian as a 3-year-old, I was talking 24/7 like I'm doing right now. But my life was then starting at school, and from that day I understood that this shit is something that's going to be a very hard task to complete. The thing I was probably thinking was, as a kid, that it was, shit, is this the thing I'm going to do until I'm going to get a job? I was thinking that's going to be a very hard task, because I am born with something that's called HDHD, and you get a lot of energy. I'm not like very fucked up, you know what I mean? But I'm enough fucked up to do crazy things. So when I had school and you have to follow certain rules and sit still, it was a hard task for me. So throughout the school I had a lot of problems concentrating. So I hated school basically. So I was looking very much forward to get the fuck out of school and get rid of all the teachers telling you to study shit that you don't are interested in at all. And I'm not saying that school is a bad thing, man. School is for you to actually be able and be capable of taking information in and practicing it and learning it, so your body and your mind gets ready for the work life. So school is a very good thing, but for me with HAD it was a hard task. So I recommend you to also complete your education if that's your plan, but for me it was a very hard thing to complete. So at the age of 16 in Norway, then you go to high school, and I was choosing the mechanic profession, to be a car mechanic. And I was already then thinking about the future, of course, how I can start many shops, mechanical shops, and make a lot of money as a mechanic, because I know that I wouldn't be satisfied with making the salary of a mechanic even when I was 16 years old and going nowhere in my life and was just hating the school base. So basically when I was 16 years old, I was doing the mechanical classes for 1 year, and then I started the next year and went for like 3 months, and then I just dropped out because I knew this was nothing for me. But I respect the profession though. I love cars, so that's why I chose that type of profession then. So mad respect to the guys that are mechanics. But it wasn't for me, so I started to think, shit, what I'm going to do. So at the age of 16, I worked at Burger King, and I worked at different places, just serving as a waitress or at Burger King, and making my dollars and surviving, and wasn't thinking much more. But I knew that when I quit school, I didn't want to go home and just play PlayStation. I wanted to make money, because that's the actual reason I quit school, because I was wasting my time doing all of this just to make. I would go to Burger King and make the same salary as a mechanic would if we worked 100% at Burger King. So I figured, why should I go for a whole education and then work for the same salary when I was finished? I was wasting my time basically. I don't mean that I was going to work at Burger King all the time, but I figured, why not work there now and make the same salary I would make in 2 years? I would rather make that right now and then figure out where the fuck I would go in my life. So when I was turning 18, I met my girlfriend that I'm actually filming right now. And then I got my first sales job. It's one knocking doors, and it was a crazy thing, because the story behind this was I was meeting a friend of mine at a bus stop, and I was just asking him, what have you done today? And he has said to me he just got off his job. I said, okay, what are you working with? He said, I'm a phone seller. I cold call. I say, oh, interesting, and asking how much did you make today? And he said 4,000 kroners. That's like $500 in one day. And I thought, what? Can you make like $500 in one day? And he said, yeah, many people. I'm not that good in sales either. We have people that make a lot more than me. This was the next question I thought they asked him. Where the fuck are you working, man? And then I got to know the head of chief there. He's actually a pretty okay dude. And then he introduced me to him, and I got the job. And then I just got out, and I was selling electricity to houses, knocking doors as a 18-year-old, never done sale before, and just banging doors and just actually getting a lot of sales. And I thought, what the fuck, man? This is the craziest thing in my life. I was knocking doors, probably around from 50 to 100 doors each shift. We were working night shifts, like not night shifts, but evening shifts, like for 4 hours in the evening, and we was just knocking doors, like 50 to 100 doors. And I was actually getting a lot of sales, and for me to get the first paycheck for 16,000 kroners, that's like $2,000, and that was crazy to me to get the salary as an 18-year-old, because I just was knocking doors and selling fucking electricity, man. And I love the game, I love the sales things, and as I said, I have HDHD, so I have never ever like I was never shy to knock on a door. I was just ready to knock the door and give them a better deal that they had. So I loved the job, but eventually they fucked me in the ass. The company was a shady company. I figured out after working here for 2 to 3 months, they didn't give you all the salaries for all the sales, and just was a bad experience. So we quit the job there, and then I started some other sales jobs and just fooling around selling some alarm systems and some other electricity companies. Got some deals with them, and then just figured out, shit, I want to do something for myself. I'm tired and sad of always meeting the bosses that fucks you over, and you have to listen to everybody, and you just have to go from the rules, and just I was not controlling the day as I imagined when I quit school at 16. So I started to think, I have to do something for myself. I have to start a firm. I have to do something. I have to start a company. And then I started a company after watching the guy that you probably have watched, Ty Lopez. He have a SSMA, social media agency course. And I just took the course. It cost me like $1,000. It's like 10,000 kroners. And me and my colleague, MoezVlogs, just bought the thing. And then just started banging out and knocking doors and to companies and cold calling, actually getting a lot of sales, getting an office, and just fooling around, not getting rich or anything, but we got like probably we had a salary and had fun and got much experience. But suddenly we got over an idea that called e-commerce, and this is like 4 years ago. And me and my boy Moez was just testing out the strategy where we drop ship products from China to other places in the world. And the first month I did only 5,000 grand. It's like 40,000 kroners. But the next month, me and Moez combined did 700,000 kroners, and that is in dollars is about $100K in 10 days. And I was like, what the fuck just happened, man? I made 100K or a revenue of 100K in 10 days. And I was before struggling, making $2K a month, knocking doors like fuck. And now I make 100K in 10 days just using the internet, selling China products to other people in Europe. And that opened my eyes really of what the fuck is possible in this world. And just a fun fact, Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, he has to use $35 million every hour to break even. Okay, he makes a lot of money. Okay, so that's possible. But I made 100K in 10 days with my boy, and then suddenly Facebook blocked my Facebook Business Manager account, and all of the salary was gone. And I thought, what the fuck am I going to do now? So then again, we started hustling, and just from then I have to this point started a lot of companies. I have a lot of failures, but I have also some wins in my pocket. But the most important thing, I have learned the game of hustle and how to stay consistent and never lose the hope of your dream. And if you stay consistent and with the right amount of passion, you can actually achieve big things in your life. It's all about who is willing to put in the work and put in the hours. That's my tip for you guys today. It's always to stay consistent, never lose hope on your dreams. And even if you have an idea and you grind for it for 1 month, 2 months, even a year, and it didn't work out, start something new, man. You can fail as many times as you want. You just have to succeed that one time. And when you hit that one button and you fucking succeed, then you're going to get a whole new perspective of life, and then the opportunities are going to open up. Get that one hit and you blow up, and you get actually a good perspective of what is possible in the business world. Then you're going to get opportunities coming from the left and right, and we're going to cover what you're going to do when you're actually getting money on the book and what you're going to do with the money. We have talked a little bit about it before, the 40-40-20 rule, so you can watch that. It's in vlog number 2, and get over what you're going to do with the money when you're actually getting revenue in. But today I'm going to wrap it there. That is a little bit more about me. I'm Patrik Tibor Fredriksen. This is Tibor's vlog. I'm 23 years old, and always remember, do your hustle, make your money, and do whatever you want to do in life. Peace, man.